Hello everyone, it's Helen here with Helen. Thanks for joining me today in the kitchen. So I'm going to show you guys a really delicious, good snack that you can just have any time of the day, something that's going to fill you up. It's super healthy and it's good for acid reflux sufferers. So whether you're an acid reflux sufferer or not, this is a great snack, but this one right here is really, really good for those who are suffering from acid reflux. I was just on vacation for a couple weeks and I was in Mexico, so I was eating and drinking things that the tummy didn't like. I liked it, my stomach didn't like it. And so now that I'm back home, I'm having to do a full-on reset with my gut. And so I went to some of my go-tos, some of my bland foods, and they've been working really well because I'm feeling better, the stomach's feeling better, and honestly, they're so delicious. And so you're gonna see a lot of these things because I talk about them in my other videos because they're my go-to things, especially with acid reflux, but they're so delicious. And I just wanted to show you guys what I had yesterday for my lunch. And I was just like, I need to eat that again today and show everybody else so that you guys can snack on it too. So since moving to Florida, I have discovered a new grocery store. This is from Publix. Okay, we do not have Publix in Wyoming, and I'm not even sure if there's a Publix maybe in the Colorado area. Maybe there is, I don't know. I haven't seen one. However, I know that they're really, really popular here on the East Coast. And so I was pleasantly surprised when I went into Publix. I was just like, oh, thank you, Jesus. It was amazing. The deli has been amazing. All the fresh fruit, the variety, there's so much to pick from. It's clean, everyone's friendly. I've loved it. I've had a great experience with our Publix here in Brandon, Florida. And so I was just so happy to find it because when you move somewhere, you're like, I don't know where I'm gonna shop or where I'm gonna go, and just like right up the street, there's Publix. And so definitely was something that I was happy about. And so I'm going to show you guys though, this is what I made for our lunch, snack, dinner. You can have it whenever you want, and it's healthy, it's filling. And what I did right here is I'm gonna give you a play-by-play. You guys know I like going to the deli. So I'm gonna go to the deli, I'm gonna get 2 pounds of oven roasted turkey breast, have them slice it up, sandwich sliced. I like to give my pups a little bit because they love turkey. They look forward to it. It's a whole thing. And so I give it to them, but honestly, I eat turkey all the time. Oven roasted turkey. I like to just eat it with a piece of cheese or just wrap it around some like lettuce. And for me, it's filling. It doesn't give me reflux. It's bland. It tastes good. I know some people would argue like, no, it doesn't. But it does. You may have to dip it in something, but it does taste good for most. But this right here, when I was getting my turkey yesterday, I decided why not try some of the chicken breast. So this is like a boar head, and that's the brand name. So the turkey that I got is boar head, and the flavor is so good. So I was just like, I'm gonna try the boar head chicken breast. And this one's lower sodium, so go with that, don't go with that. I like sodium, I know. Some people are like, you shouldn't have as much salt, Helen, and I probably shouldn't, but I like it. And so this one's lower sodium, but it's so good. And what they did for me, so like I said, you can get it sandwich sliced, you can do it thin sliced, you can get them to do whatever you're wanting them to do. And I decided to have them do the thick cut on this. I was like, I want it to be thick so I can chop it up on salads, or so I can chop it up and put it on crackers and make little sandwiches out of it. And so what I had them do was this right here. See how thick that is? And this is the chicken. Oh, so good. And then what I do is I just cube it up. So if I wanted to throw it on a salad, I could, or I'm gonna do it like I did yesterday, and you just throw it on a cracker with some cheese, some cucumber, you can throw in a little lettuce, you can do whatever you want with it. And so I got that, cubed it up as you've seen. And then what I did was I cubed up 3 pieces. I was only gonna do 2, but I thought I'd do 3 so I could give my pups a little bit of cheese. 3 pieces of Munster cheese. Pick your cheese, it doesn't matter what kind, whatever works for you. If you don't suffer from acid reflux, go nuts, do the pepper jack. If you're an acid reflux sufferer, do the Munster, do the provolone, do cheddar, whatever works for you. I've been kind of on a Munster kick lately. I'm really loving it. I always love Munster, or I like provolone. So those are my 2 go-tos usually. And so I just chopped this up, cubed it up. And then with my cucumber, same thing. I just cut it in half and I peeled it. And so it's really important. If you're somebody who suffers from acid reflux, this is something that a dietitian told me years ago, but it's really, really important for acid reflux sufferers. You're not supposed to really eat the seeds from things because they're really hard to digest, and it doesn't matter what it is. So if it's the seeds of a cucumber or seeds in strawberries or raspberries, so anything that has skins and has seeds, they can be harder to digest, takes a little bit longer, and you can also get reflux from a lot of that stuff. And so I found that so many things that should be so healthy for me, and they are, I have a hard time with though, because of the digestion problems that I have. And so it's easiest for me just to peel off the skin of the cucumber, cut around it, and get all the seeds out, and then just do it like this. It only takes a couple seconds, guys. I've been doing it for years and years and years. I know some of you guys are like, that would be a headache. It's really not. And look at that. So that was a half of a cucumber. Right here on the chicken, I just did 2 pieces of the chicken cubed up. Didn't need much, and there's a lot there. And then, like I said, I did 3 pieces of the cheese because I know the dogs are gonna want a little bit of it. And so that's what I did. And then right here, guys, this is the difference maker. I am not even kidding you. Use whatever kind of a cracker you want. I mean, go crazy, but these right here are just the right size. You can have 15 of them, like in just a serving size if you're kind of watching whatever you're watching. I don't know, calories, or you don't want to overeat or whatever. I don't know. But you can have 15 of these. I just grabbed a handful, dumped them on the plate. But they are the townhouse ones. These like seasoned flip side minis. Life-changing. I don't know why. I've always liked the original ones and their original sized ones, but now all of a sudden I've come across the minis, and these are the seasoned ones, and they are the difference makers. So you're going to want to find these and have these at home so that you can snack on them with your chicken or your turkey and your cucumbers and your cheese, because I am telling you, yesterday after I had this for lunch, I was just like, this is so good. I was thinking about it last night. All right, so I also took out a little bit of lettuce right here. I haven't put it on my plate yet, but I'm just gonna literally just take the tiniest like little handful. And so when I'm making my little tiny like cracker sandwiches, I might just put like a little like leaf of it on there, okay? Just so I am getting some of my greens. It makes me feel better. You don't really taste it, but it makes me feel good because I feel like I'm at least getting some nutrition in there. So you can just throw a little bit of this on. I always tell you guys, I like the Organic Girl, and I've been to the store, I've seen it. This is not that much more expensive than any other, and it's 1,000 times better, I think, and it lasts longer. So I would just make the splurge if you can, if you want. Go with the Organic Girl when you see it. This one right here is the Baby Spring Mix. You can do the 50-50. There's all different types of versions. And so, all right, so we got that. I wanted to pull this out. I haven't been having a lot of this because, guys, I do get a little reflux from some of the acidic fruits and stuff, but this is what I got at Publix too. A big, giant container of pineapple. Oh, I am telling you, the fruit down here is like, it's beautiful, right? But you're obviously in a sunshine state where fruit is going to just be abundant in every way, shape, and form, whether it's mangoes, pineapple, you name it. So avocados, you're gonna have a lot more of this stuff that I feel like just looks a little bit better. Just maybe it's in my brain, but I mean, come on. We're going through this like crazy down here. And so my husband's been going through it. And so I thought maybe though I might throw a little chunk on my plate and kind of see how I do with it today. I'm like, okay, I'm being so bland with this plate. Maybe I could just throw in a couple chunks of pineapple and see what happens. So I'll let you guys know because I sit there and look at it all the time. I'm like, well, it looks pretty. I want some too. So I'll let you guys know after I try the pineapple. But I also wanted to show you guys. Okay, so this is what I made. Guys, don't mind the mess on this bowl. Let me wipe it down there for the video. Here's what happened. I went to move the bowl and the lid wasn't all the way on, and it dumped all over my floor, all over my dishwasher, everything. And so some of the mess was still there, but we still had a little bit of it left. So this right here, I feel like is what like the most important part of this whole thing, because I'm a dipper. So I like ranch and I like gravies and I like sauces and I like anything that I can dip stuff in. And you know, I used to dip a lot of things in like ketchup and mustard, which I can't do. As an acid reflux sufferer, like when I was young, I could do that kind of stuff. I can't do the ketchups. I can't do the mustards very often. So I have to be really selective. So anything that I normally have is normally like a ranch or a white sauce. And I've even gotten to the point where now I'm kind of making some of my own sauces and stuff just because I know what will work and what won't work. And so you can kind of tweak it and have fun with it a little bit. And so this right here is what I dunk my little chicken or turkey cracker sandwiches in. And all this is right here is, hold on a second, because now I got a mess. It's some Duke's light mayonnaise. So you got this. And what I did, guys, I don't measure things out, and I know I should, but I don't. I'm not a chef. I'm not a chef, but I make things okay. But I took a big glob of the light Duke's mayonnaise, which, guys, there's no difference between the original and the light. So, you know, pick whichever one you want. This was the first time I've ever used the light, and I loved it. It was perfect. So got the light. And then what I did was I used a half a container of sour cream, and I just kind of just like folded it in together into this bowl. And then what I ended up doing was I got some fresh cilantro, dill, and chives, and I just chopped them all up and I added them to my sour cream and Duke's mayonnaise mixture. And I didn't do a lot because I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure, you know, I'm like, how's the dill gonna sit? And how is the cilantro and how much, you know, again. And you know, they have tons of these recipes, obviously online, you can find them everywhere. And I'm sure somewhere I have found a few of these, and that's where I got some of these ideas from. So I was just like, okay, what do you do? Do you add buttermilk, sour cream, this and that? So I was just trying to make my own like kind of ranch dip is what I was trying to do. And so I just added like probably about a tablespoon of dill, a tablespoon of cilantro, and then obviously the chives. I just grabbed like a half of this container out and I just like chopped them up like real little, threw them in there, and I was like, let's just do this. We're gonna see what this tastes like. I made my husband be the guinea pig. I'm like, taste and tell me, what do you think? And so I did that, and then I added some salt, I added some onion salt, and I added some garlic powder. And so those were the things that I added. And then I just stirred it all together, and then I added just a little bit of half and half. Here's where you could add some milk, you could add some buttermilk like some people do. You could add some half and half. I added half and half, and I felt like it was really, really good. So I just kind of just added just a little bit, and I folded it in. I added a little bit. I could have even added a little bit more, but the one thing that I didn't want to do was over add it, because I feel like once you get to that point, then it's runny and there's no going back and you don't know what to do. So I was like, I don't want it to be runny at all. And so I saved myself there. I just was like, I'd rather have you a little thicker than runny. And so that was it. And then I just kept flavoring it to my liking. So I would taste it a little bit and I was like, okay, maybe it needs a little more onion powder, or maybe it needs a little more like garlic powder. And so I just kept playing with it until I got to the perfect taste. And guys, it's so good. I would have to say that maybe I didn't need quite as much dill. Dill goes a long way. And so I could stay with the chives, I could stay with the cilantro probably in that same, but I think with the dill, I could have scaled back a little bit, because it is amazing that how overpowering that is and how that does just take over every other like seasoning and spice. And so I was like, okay, if anything, I could probably go half of what I did on the dill, which I'm a dill pickle lover. And sometimes that can give me, certain seasonings can give me a little reflux, and I wasn't sure how that was gonna go, but so far, it's so good. So you will have to play with it when you make up this dip, but how easy is that? And so I'm just gonna show you guys. It kind of looks like this. You can kind of see it. And you can even see the dill. You can see the dill. And so we're gonna close off with me showing you what one of our little like sandwiches is gonna look like. Okay, well, we'll have to open up the lettuce, but this is what you should make today for tomorrow if you're craving a yummy little healthy snack and you just want something that's going to sit really well for you and your tummy. So I don't care what order you do it in. I think I will do the little cracker, the little cheese. We're gonna come in with like a little chunk of, and this is what's cool too, is like this can like take you like 20-25 minutes to sit there and just eat, like to really just enjoy this healthy little meal, because you have to kind of take your time to put this together. So it's not like one of those ones where you're just, you know, where you just like pig out like in like 2 minutes. You actually have to take your time and you can enjoy eating it. And it's just, I feel like you get more. And so here's that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my lettuce on top. Okay, all right, we got the cheese, the chicken, the lettuce, and then I could add like a little bit of the cucumber here. Okay, there, that's my little sandwich. If you wanted, you could throw a cracker on top of that, or you can just leave it. And I'm just gonna leave it. And so then what I would do next is I'm gonna grab my dip, which guys, I'm not double dipping. This is my dip and my dip alone. So I guess I am, but it's mine. So nobody's really gonna be in this bowl. It's just gonna be me. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But I know some people are weird about that. So do what you want there. And there you go. There is our yummy, delicious, savory, little healthy, acid reflux friendly snack. So have a great day, everybody. Try it out. Bye.